cracking? Welcome into Let's Talk Kentucky. I'm your host and moderator, Sherelle Roberts, and we're here with the Let's Talk team. It's Susan Mills, Kim Dixon, Lisa High. We're coming out of the gate hot. We're ready.
We always say a prayer at the beginning of the show. I hope I can get in the chair.
Today's the day.
So when we get in, it's like, these are very high chairs. All right, y'all. So let's talk about the talk of the town. First up, it's a Tasty Tuesday in Madison County. So you can head over tonight to the Irvin McDowell Park. It's going to be live music and in a food truck. Well, not just one. Lots of food trucks from 5 until 8. This is a part of their Tasty Tuesday events that are happening from now through September. So I love it. You know, Lexington has Thursday Night Live, and Richmond's like, we have Tasty Tuesday.
Gotcha.
So I think that's cool.
I think it is too. I love food trucks too because they have such a wide variety of them. And it's like a potpourri. You never know what you're going to quite get until you get up to it and you start ordering. You're like, oh, that sounds good.
Lisa, the fact that you just said potpourri is the perfect segue because tonight at Tasty Tuesday, they're going to be having a plant swap.
Oh, look at that.
Yes, so you can exchange seeds, perennials, grass, like whatever you have with other people. You just bring your plant and then the EKU Division of Natural Areas will kind of take it. So how fun is that?
I love
That's
that.
cool.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before, so that is really interesting.
Yes.
I'm a plant person, I'm a food truck person. It's like right up my alley.
Everything you could possibly
I know,
want.
it's like a dream come true.
Susan loves some plants too.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's a really big thing, like seed sharing or plant sharing or something like that. Sometimes you can come across some like really good heirloom seeds and stuff, like
I've
something
wanted to
that you
try
might
it,
not be able to buy at Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
And you get to eat.
That's really interesting. I had never heard of this either. So this is what we have to ask our resident plant expert. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, then also, if you're looking for something for you and your furry friend to do tonight, you can head over to Yappy Hour at Phoenix Park. Look at that doggo. That's a great picture from Parks and Recreation. Thanks to them. So at Yappy Hour, there are food trucks, live music, frozen desserts, cold beer for humans, and cider. And then the doggies can meet some new pals and hang out. So that's from 6 o'clock to 8:30.
How fun is that?
That's really fun. It's going to be in Phoenix Park. That's cool.
Yeah, that dog was living his best life.
Yeah.
He's had a little sip of cider on the side, I think.
Yeah.
One
That's
thing.
really great.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just think it's really great because dogs bring everyone together too, just
They
like
do.
food.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I love
Exactly. You know, the dogs in Lexington, Fayette County have just the most amazing setup. We have amazing dog parks, dog runs. Even sometimes when you walk around, there'll just be like little doggy bag stations.
Yes.
We really take care of our little fur babies here.
Parks and
so,
Rec
too.
loves everyone in Fayette County, and I think that's really great. And
Yeah.
it's called Yappy Hour.
I know, isn't that funny? So funny. Okay, and then last but not least, after talking about all of these food trucks, the Fayette County Diabetes Coalition is going to be having a diabetes expo this Saturday. It's going to be at 1140 Harry Sykes Way. Admission is free. Now, when I set the show up, I didn't realize that I had 2 food truck stories and then a diabetes story. And then I looked, I said, oh, Lord. But anyway, we got to think about it. So the event will have more than 25 vendors. There will be cooking demonstrations, primary care and education services, vision screenings, and then Q&A. And you can also get your COVID or flu shot while you're there.
Fantastic.
one-stop shopping.
I am there, dude. I've been having some trouble with my blood sugar lately, and I think this is a great opportunity for people to learn about how to manage, you know. I'm very excited about this, and can I get both shots at the same time? I always feel really cool when
You have to do them in 2 separate arms. Yeah.
But I feel really like Superman at that point. But
That's crazy.
yeah,
And I like that they offer these screenings too, because I mean, people find out. Some people never even knew they had diabetes until they go to some of these expos and come across information or speak with a physician or a care individual for health care. And I'm just like, it's amazing that people can come across that that, and it can change their whole life and the path of their life at that point. So it's really a great thing that they offer these.
Really true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then with all this processed food that we're eating,
I know.
So many of us are pre-diabetic or borderline. And that's really when you don't know, because you aren't having a lot of the symptoms, and then you go and your A1C is high and you're like,
Oops.
Yeah.
It's tough.
you know,
It's like borderline of being a diabetic, but not quite there yet.
so that you can reverse it.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Exactly.
you can work on reversing
That's
it.
right.
And some of the damage is happening. You can do a lot of damage without even knowing it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Got to get diagnosed.
So yes, I feel responsible.
Yeah.
We push hot dogs and corn dogs and funnel cakes, right? And now we're like, but go get checked for diabetes.
Public service announcement.
There we go.
We're a balanced show.
Good job.
Okay, everybody, stay with us. Coming up after the break is Taylor Swift's new album, Too Racy for the Kiddos. Let's talk about it. Okay, everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. So, everybody has been talking about this new Taylor Swift album. Even when she put out the album cover, people started talking. Well, we've got to look at the album cover. Check it out here. It's called The Tortured Poets Department, and that's pretty racy.
All right.
So the new album, it goes with that picture. Taylor is very open about her sexuality and the things that she likes and the things that she doesn't like. It's like her usual relationship stuff, except got a little spice on it. And it got me thinking, I'm not sure if this is for the kiddos. The kids love Taylor, but I'm not sure this is the album that is for them. I think parents are probably going to have to monitor this one a little bit better because Taylor gets a little.
I haven't listened to any of the songs yet, but judging by the album cover and some from what I've heard, I hope she is having the conversation with her producers and things like that, which is like there's going to be a paradigm shift, right?
Yeah.
Because you have these young girls mostly that are going to the shows and they're trading Swiftie bracelets and things like that, and if this album is a little bit racy, are they going to be allowed to go to the concerts? It's going to be a shift in demographic. I
Yeah.
think.
You know, I've been following her career since she started, so I feel like, for me, I'm torn between this because it's like I want her to grow up, but I don't want her to grow up. I want her to express herself, but I don't want her to express herself. So I'm very torn, but I think overall, she is an artist and she needs to express herself. That's what artists do. And if she's not a writing machine, she's not owned by the label per se or the music industry. She has to be able to express herself, and I think that she's in her 30s, for the love of God. It's time to kind of let go of having to protect her fans and herself instead of just being expressive and truly telling her own truth. So
Well, for me, not everyone's going to like this necessarily, but I think that Taylor dresses in a very provocative way a lot of times. And that I think has to be explained to children as well. And I don't know if that's happening as much, but I do agree with you, Lisa. She's a mature woman now. She should be able to write what she wants. She's an artist. She should be able to do it. Y'all remember when Garth Brooks decided he wanted an alter ego, a rock star?
Yes.
Remember that? Chris Gaines.
That's
Yep.
right.
When he did Saturday Night Live, Chris Gaines was the musical guest and Garth Brooks was the host.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
He took on his alter ego to become the musical guest for that episode.
Okay.
But he wanted to try something. People thought he was weird, and a lot of people really didn't like it. But I applaud him as an artist for wanting to try something different and being super creative about it.
And he felt so trapped as Garth
did.
Brooks that he couldn't go into a pop or rock genre of music. So he just created a whole new persona.
Yeah,
I'm going to try that next week.
Yeah.
I like.
Okay, all right. So up next, when do we get officially old? Like, what is the age? So there was a survey of women. It was a survey over time asking women, when do you think we're getting older? And over time, they got answers like 70. But everybody's kind of settled that the average is 74 in this survey. That's when you get old. What do you guys think?
Well, AARP, based on what they want me to think, they want me to think that 55 is old, okay? So based on all the material I have coming in right now in my mailbox. But For me, if I had to put a number on it, you know, I would say 80. But I really do feel that it's a number. You know, that's just a number. I feel like it depends on how healthy you are, how active you are, where your mind's at. I mean, there's a lot of factors involved with that. Because I still feel like I'm a baby. I don't feel like
You act like one,
I'm just a baby.
Just a baby. Kim?
From a medical standpoint, we start getting old when we're in our mid-30s to 40s. That's just when our bodies have reached their peaks
Wow.
and we do start to deteriorate.
That's depressing.
That said, I'll be old the day I die. It's an attitude for me.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
know what? I will stay young until the day I
agree.
die.
That is true. I think like in the 1800s, they're like 30's old.
Yeah.
You know, she's an old maid. She's 18. But I think I'm with you, Lisa. I think it's 80. You know, for them, it's like it's the final countdown. You know? It's like what left? What do I have left on the bucket list? You know,
shoot.
it's like I've got how many years left? Okay, I got to do this and
Can you
this.
still
and this.
lift the bucket? That's the question.
I'll just stick my head in the bucket.
That's funny. That's good. So I remember when I was like 15 or so, thinking when I was planning out my life. Yes, I've been a planner my whole life. Yes. And I was thinking, okay, 45. I'm going to be pretty old. Yeah, I should probably retire at 45. I'll be a millionaire by then. I'll retire. I used to think that was old. Yeah, we're getting close. It's not old. But you know what? I feel better in my mind and younger and more alive in my mind than I ever have.
Yes.
My body, not so much. Yeah. It's now I understand what they say, what they meant when they say that youth is wasted on the young.
Yes.
Because they don't know what to do with it. You're just wistfully running around, not knowing what to do. And now we've got good sense, but don't have the strength to do anything. It's like,
It's kind of like, you know, you pull up and you see an 80-some-year-old man driving a little sports convertible and stuff. It's like you can't afford to do that when you're young.
You can't. You can't. But I think I've settled, so I've upped it from 45 to 65 because I'm going to start acting old when I turn 65 because I want the deference. I want people to like let me skip in line at the grocery store. Like I want people to call me ma'am. Like I want all the perks of being old. So I say 65. So I'm going to give it 24 more years. Then I'll be old. All right. Well, we didn't get to talk about our last thing, but we're definitely going to talk about it tomorrow because that's a very good topic. Okay, everybody, stay with us. Coming up after the break, we are going to help a guy with a problem. And dear LTK, this poor fella. Stay with us. Everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. We're so glad to have you here. Man, we have so much fun. It doesn't even matter what we're doing. We have so much fun.
We do.
And I hope that you all have as much fun watching us as we have with each other because we're talking about things that really matter. You know, we discuss a lot of serious things, and then sometimes we're just...
Oh, we get on our
Yeah.
tangents. Our tangents are hilarious.
Yeah.
A lot of times our guests are sitting off to the side being like, oh my God.
I can't believe I signed up to be on this show.
They're trying to tiptoe out the door.
So we're just so glad to have you as our viewing audience. And we're especially glad for our viewers who are men. And we love helping you and giving you advice because Kim says we never help. We love giving you advice. And so right now we're going to do it again in a segment called Dear LTK where we take questions from men to try to help them. So let's get it up there. Dear LTK, my girlfriend is a professional organizer and she has reorganized our home 5 times this year. I don't know where anything is anymore. What should I do? Oh man. Okay, so he's really hurting. Like we're laughing, but he's hurt. Okay, so I'll go first. So yes, I have lived with people who were incredibly organized and incredibly orderly, and I am more of an organized chaos gal myself. And so, oof. Sometimes you just have to tell them to leave your stuff alone, right?
Yeah.
Like organize your stuff, but leave my stuff alone because No. Like, I know it looks like a mess, but I know that my phone is under that pile of papers, which is under that pen, which is next to that thing. And if you move that thing, then I'm not going to know that the pen and the paper and the phone, no, I'm not going to know. It's organized chaos. It makes sense to me.
I would say that, you know, you made a great point, though. Like, maybe if he has his own special, like, okay, you can't touch these drawers because
Yes.
this is where my chaos happens. You know, I don't have to have a box that says pens or a box that says that. But honestly, I've been caught in this rabbit hole where you go online and like Instagram, and there are all of these like organizing things or whatever, where everything has a place for something. So maybe just have a conversation with her and just be like, hey, listen, we're not on the same level. If we can meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
I feel like with organization, it really helps to go one category at a time. I mean, it's hard enough when you move the furniture in the living room to not fall down during the day, let alone at night. So let's make small changes, not reorganize the whole house 5 times.
Yeah, I bet you that is jarring to have the whole house organized.
It's like you're moving into a new place.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page with this. You know, I mean, she needs you need to have your safe zone for your own stuff, and ask her, you know, please don't organize this area. This is me, okay? This is mine, or the drawers, whatever the case might be. But also, you know, he does need to appreciate that she cares enough that she's trying to organize and trying to help him. She might be over the top. You might just need to have a conversation about that. But, you know, let her know you appreciate her help, but at the same time, there's certain off-limits areas.
So you know what though? I think 5 times is a little bit excessive.
It's totally excessive.
She might be like trying to cope with something else too.
Yes.
Because you know how sometimes when we're going through it, we like to clean? I think that is like a woman thing across the board. Don't at me. I don't have any scientific proof for this. I'm just saying, like, we feel better when our space is reorganized. And when we don't know what to do, sometimes we just start cleaning. It's like it helps us work our brain out. And so maybe she's reorganized the house so many times because she's going through something, and you guys might have some issues in your relationship you need to talk out. She's trying to sort it out in the house.
That's a great point. I love that.
Yeah.
What if he's really messy?
Yeah, that too.
That could happen too.
Yeah.
I mean, the mustard needs to go back to where the mustard came from. I need the mustard. My goodness, why?
I just did go through an organization of the fridge.
Did you?
Our condiments are out of control. And so I got one of the little swirly, you know, Lazy Susan kind of things. And Cameron opens the refrigerator. He's like, what's happening? And I was like, look, it's so much more organized. Like you can, and he's like, okay, I like it.
Oh, so he went with it.
He's on board.
He went with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's some things that guys can go with, and then there's some things they just can't. And, and we as women have to, you know,
But see,
recognize
that's
that
where I
too.
think I'm the guy in my relationships. Because I'm like very chilled, relaxed. Let's just go with the flow.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know. I'm probably gonna either be in trouble, like me and whoever is lucky enough to get me, are gonna be like super just all over the place, or I'm gonna end up with a neat freak.
Yeah.
There's a healthy balance there.
There is.
I don't know. Well, I've got no. Kim is my laundry girl, and then you can come do my refrigerator because you want to talk about out of control condiments. Why do I have 3 hot sauces?
We get the same thing. Or ketchup. Why do we have 3 ketchups?
Yeah.
There's 3 empty bottles of mayo in the fridge right now.
Ew.
What? I mean, there's nothing in them. We used it all up. Why is it still in there?
And Sherelle, I'll organize your dating life. Okay?
Oh God.
Good luck with that, Lisa.
Honey, I need to pay you.
That is not a volunteer position.
It's a full-time job for sure.
All right, we're going to commercial break now. Okay, sir, so we hope that helps you. Everybody stay with us. Coming up after the break, the highlighter woman we're talking about. Welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. We like to end every show by highlighting a woman we're talking about, and I'm super excited about this one. Today's woman we're talking about is Sharon Murphy. So she is a fellow political science graduate like myself from the University of Kentucky. She grew up here in Lexington, North Lexington, and she has created this really cool organization called Real Life Civics. It's an organization which makes understanding and following Kentucky politics easier. And so every week she puts out a newsletter of like pretty much everything that's happened in Kentucky politics. And she writes it in such a way that you can read it and it really breaks it down so you never have to worry, what are they up to? She tells you, it's amazing. So she has a bachelor's in political science and a minor in philosophy from UK, and then she got her master's in public policy and social policy from the Andrew Young School of Policy Studies at Georgia State. She came back in Lexington in 2014, where she became a voter empowerment organizer for Kentuckians for the Commonwealth, and she's also a graduate of Emerge Kentucky, which is a women's political training program, and New Leaders Council of Kentucky, which helps to kind of raise up the next generation of leaders. So, Sharon, congratulations. You are a woman worth talking about.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and if you want to keep up with politics, head over to her website, Real Life Civics. I'm telling you, she breaks it down. And you guys know I live, breathe, and eat politics.
Right.
And she'll have things on there that I've missed. And she's good.
That's incredible.
This is fantastic.
Really good.
For someone like me who doesn't understand politics so well, I need this.
Yeah.
So I'd love to have her on the show sometime to come talk about it. But she's so busy saving the world, so I have to try to get her on the show. Now you guys can nominate a woman in your life who is worth talking about. Go to our website, WTVQ.com. Click on the show's page and then click on Let's Talk Kentucky. You'll see that little picture there with Lisa looking so cute.
All of us look
and do the
cute.
nomination. All right, everybody, thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.